What is going on, YouTube? We are close. It is the 10th of March, and we're hoping Pokemon Champions comes out April 1st, but we know it's in April. We also got news that the Global Challenge will be taking place in like late April. Champion, let's see if I can check it. I think it was like the 23rd or something. So 23rd, yeah. So we got to have it, we have to have champions early enough to build a team and get used to it and all that stuff. Maybe, who knows? Sometimes they'll just drop stuff on us. But I figured I would get involved a little bit in Pokemon Champions content. We don't know everything yet. I don't like to speculate too much. But of the things that we are aware of, I decided to do a top 10 list of stuff I'm most excited about. So starting at number 10, the battle to the beat and trainer customization. So we learned that in the in Pokemon Champions, there'll be a lot more music options you can pull from a lot of battle themes throughout the Pokemon games, previous games, stuff like that. So I'm excited for that, and just the general trainer customization, and hopefully we can customize the field a little bit. Like, I've kind of only seen one field that are really like techno, like light up floor field. I hopefully there's a little bit more of a traditional Pokemon field available, but the crowds in the stadium and all that stuff does give me like Pokemon Sword and Shield vibes. So I'm excited about that. Get away from Scarlet and Violet and like their schoolyard stuff. So any of the trainer customization stuff like that will be pretty cool. I know we'll talk about this later in the list, but obviously Pokemon Champions is free to start, and then there is like a starter pack, and like there are obviously going to be some paid features as you go, and some of them sounds like it's going to be some customization options, like and more room in your like battle boxes and stuff like that. So I'll definitely probably have a paid subscription, but they're gonna make money on it somehow. But excited to have a little more customization and just a little more like a hype fields and stuff. So that's number 10 for me. Number 9, mobile access and expanded player base. So having Pokemon Champions available on mobile will be kind of the first time we've had VGC available like that, not on just the regular Pokemon games. So obviously expanding a player base, a lot of new player interest out there. People are kind of waiting for Champions to start, and being able for the veteran players who will most likely have it on their Switch also, but can use their profile and play on their phone, like kind of like we do for if you play Pokemon TCG, they got TCG Live. I know they have TCG Pocket too, but TCG Live you can play on your phone or on the PC or tablet or anything like that. So kind of similar to that, but also just giving people an opportunity to play without having to invest in a lot of the Pokemon software and like play through the games and all that stuff. So just a little bit more of that barrier of entry that's being taken away. So excited about that. The more expanded we get, the more the Pokemon Company will invest in VGC. So number 8. Free to start. So we know there's gonna be like some paid features as you go. Hopefully it's not like a pay to play kind of situation. But free to start, free to download. You start building your teams and battling. Sounds like on day 1. There is gonna be that starter pack. Like there is gonna be like in-game resources. Like the victory points, they are saying are not purchasable with real money. But there's also like tickets and coupons and things that make it go a little faster. Some of the training and recruitment steps. So we'll kind of see how that goes, but free to start, obviously, super great there as we're just jumping in and able to start battling relatively quickly. So free to start's my number 8. Number 7 for me is living on one format. So obviously, in VGC we play on one game for 2 or 3 years, and we switch to a new one. You got to play through. You got to be like really committed to that one gimmick that exists for the most part in each game. And it gets stale kind of quickly, at least for me it does. So living on one format where they can just do updates and keep Pokemon Champions, like change formats, like the rule formats built into it, kind of frequently is exciting. So that's my number 7, living on the one format. Living in number 6, EVs to S for stat points, and so far as we've heard, no IVs. That might be confirmed, but I've heard there's no more IVs. And our EVs are being translated into like stat points, which are a little more boiled down, a little bit more of an like a lower numerical value, so it's a little easier to figure out. Definitely for people that are just jumping into it and not having to learn all about the like because even in the games they don't talk about EVs like specifically. They still call them like stat points, and like it's like there's like the community verbiage for things, and then there's in game where it's still like there's kind of a cloak over it where they don't like really spell it out for you how to properly build an EV spread. So hopefully that's making that a little more accessible. And no IVs would be huge, so you don't have to worry about I have the Pokemon I want, but they have bad IVs, so okay, I have to bottle cap and train. Like it was kind of pointless. I mean, it is nice to like have lower IVs for trick room and stuff like that, but there was really no like other than that. There's really not much of a point to it. You might as well just have all those stats just maxed out or just not include them for IVs, and you don't have to worry about like catching the junk bonds that don't have good IVs that you have to I have to train this up to level 100, and like obviously having the bottle caps was a big change for us, so you didn't have to like breed constantly, but this just makes things easier to access. Number 5, halfway through, Pokemon access to Pokemon Home tied into this, so we kind of figured that would happen with Pokemon Champions, but being able to bring over your like competitive Pokemon that you already have. Still not sure how that's going to work as far as the training goes. Like I know when you put them in game in Pokemon Champions, you have to train them up kind of in the game, and if you try to transfer them back, like those sets in training like don't carry over. So it goes back to your mainline game, which I probably won't do. Like transfer to Pokemon Champions, probably stay there, but transfer it back and it kind of loses the training that happened in Pokemon Champions. But if you transfer them back again, it like remembers it and gets that back. So, but my question is, if I'm transferring a Pokemon that's already EV trained, does it convert those EVs into the like what the stat points normal training would be, like similar training, or does it just blank them and I have to like start over and spend resources to train them again in game? So that's probably likely what it is. But without IVs, like it's really just the nature and the ability and the species of the Pokemon that you're getting an advantage on. But still not having to recruit a bunch of new Pokemon or replace everything you have is ideal. So number 5 is Pokemon Home Access, which was kind of guaranteed anyway. I feel like. Number 4, fresher formats. So being able to change maybe at the same kind of time frame, but also being able to inject other Pokemon in it that might not necessarily be in like a mainline game. So if you're in Scarlet and Violet and they don't add more DLC, if there's Pokemon that are missing, they just don't get added to the game then. And in Pokemon Champions, they should be able to have the ability to eventually add all Pokemon that they would want to play with in VGC. And also being able to mix, gimmicks of different, that's kind of a feature on the list, but gimmicks of different like regions together, different formats together. Sounds like it's going to keep the game a lot fresher. So I'm excited for that. Number 3, kind of alluded to, but mixed gimmicks. So Z moves, Megas, Dynamax, Terastallization. Sounds like we can have dedicated ones for each format, or a mix of some. So I'm kind of hoping Dynamax is on its own, but maybe not. The Dynamax with Z moves could be cool, or Dynamax with like Terra or whatever. But like Terra could like honestly be included most of the time. Like I would prefer just kind of one at a time for gimmicks, but it would be cool to like kind of have something that's mixed. Like back in Ultra Series, we had Megas and we had Z moves, and that was cool. And obviously we had like the Red Orb and Blue Orb, and like Primals and a couple of different ones, but Megas and Z moves were the two kind of main ones, and that didn't feel like that was like an overwhelming format or anything like that. So mixed gimmicks just adds to the fresher battle styles. Number 2. So easy training through for stat points and moves using resources like the VP and the coupons that are built into the game. So doing the rank battles, you're going to earn your VP, and probably other ways too. Maybe there's mini games or something. But coupons is not super clear yet, but like some of this will probably be behind a paywall, I'm guessing. Or you can just, play mini games or whatever to kind of generate these things. But being able to EV train in game, not having to spend a bunch of the like Poke Dollars or the LP that we have now in Scarlet and Violet on vitamins. So we'll see how accessible they are, but having it all in one place sounds like it's gonna be easier and just be able to like easily edit those stat points, and not have to just, like find an item to reset it and all this stuff. So hopefully once we get this going, we're like done talking about hacking now. Like you'll be able to get the Pokemon you need. Obviously, it's going to cost you in-game resources, but train them. IVs won't matter. Like, So hopefully then with like the whole debate about hacking is just over now. It's like, okay, it's a lot easier to get things in game, so we should have to like talk for hours about people using like people Pokemon edited by alternate means or anything like that. Okay, number one, roster ranch, Pokemon recruitment, being able to recruit what you need. Like this feels like this has a little bit of hurdles to it. Like it's not everything's gonna be available at one time, and you get a trial recruitment where you can't edit moves, and it seems like some of the move sets are not super optimal. So, there'll be like it won't be as easy as probably it seems, but being able to have access to Pokemon that maybe you are from games that you don't have or never played through is just ideal. So I'm mostly excited about that and see how that works. It's for team building. So yeah, those are just my top 10. Just really quick things I'm excited about for Pokemon Champions. Just give you guys a little bit of insight to those. Obviously, I'm watching other YouTube content and stuff just kind of learn what I can. And once we get closer and we have like more knowledge of what the format's going to look like, and if we have okay, these are Pokemon that are going to be available, like just more information. I'll do a tier list for okay, first format. Here's the rules. Here's what I think is going to be good for it. So that's kind of the part that I'm excited about. I have played through Pokemon ZA, and it sounds like transferring some Pokemon and Mega Stones over from that are going to be kind of important. So I'll probably upload a couple videos of that. I'm not good at the ranked on that, so you do get really good prizes even if you don't come in necessarily first in battles, and kind of as you rank up. So I'm just trying to collect as many resources as I can, so I can maybe save myself some in-game like VP or whatever, trying to buy those Mega Stones as we get closer to Champions. So hope you guys liked that video. Go ahead and leave a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't, just for more content going forward. Just wanted to get a quick top 10 up there for Pokemon Champions and kind of get some of the hype built. And that's all I got for you guys for right now. See you next time.